My name's Andrew Goddard. I'm the father of Colin Goddard, who was shot at Virginia Tech. He was in French class Monday morning, somewhere between 9 and 10 o'clock, and he was shot 4 times. It came to us very quickly that we needed to know how it had happened. So we started looking for answers. And then we had a report, and it had many, many recommendations. And so when it came to 2008, the General Assembly came to convene, and I decided to watch and see how many of the recommendations they examined, how many of them they turned into law, how many of them they looked at and failed to do anything about, and how many of them they simply ignored. And we went into the committee session. I stepped to the podium to speak, and I looked along the list, and I think perhaps 3 people were looking at me. I walked away from the podium afterwards thinking, I could have been reading from the phone book, you know, and it would have been just the same. I support Ralph Northam, unquestionably. The first time I met him, he heard that I was going to speak, and then instead of leaving, he stayed behind to hear what I was saying. And the wonderful thing about Ralph Northam is that he has been good on this issue from the beginning. You know, we don't want people who say one thing one day and do the opposite the next and then say that was because I changed my mind, you know? And Ralph won't do that. He's not the sort of person who's going to blow with the wind. And I think that Ralph isn't concerned about his ratings from anybody. He's concerned about Virginians. And you could tell just listening to him that he has Virginia at heart, and that his primary concern is to do well for Virginia. And I think that is what we want in a government.